Hey, it's me, ABSD, and welcome to the Inner Dialogue podcast. It is Tuesday, July 18th, 2023, 6:24 p.m., and I am live from in my closet. I had a really, really good day today. I have been really feeling a lot of doubt inside of me, and I got to have a really great conversation with Brandon today, not only in our weekly call that we do to check in with each other, but also inside of the live Born to Slay call today. It helped me so much having a little bit of coaching again in a way where I was feeling a lot of doubt and needed just some guidance to get me back and some tools to get me back. That was really helpful, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that time, and I'm so grateful that that's my job. It's so fucking awesome. Today was a really great day. It's the first day where I have no schedule, where I'm no longer nannying, and today was the first day that really felt real, that I wasn't doing that. On Tuesdays, I am normally out of the house from 10 to 5, and it's an extremely long day. And to be able to do what I needed today, to be able to make meals for myself in the way that I did today, to have time and space to work and also do what felt good for me was incredible. And it's the first day I've had like that since I got back from Florida in April. My April, May, and June, and up to this point in July have been very busy. I was sick in there a bit, and that caused me to slow down, but I wasn't allowed to do the things that I wanted to do. Today really felt that way, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm just so grateful for the work that I have done, but will continue to do around doubt, the doubt that I have been carrying with me inside for the last few days, really since I came home from camp and was given a divine download. I have had a lot of doubt in myself. And Brandon told me today that doubt comes from a place because we feel like we have to do the how all on our own. And the how is not our responsibility. And when we are feeling doubt so heavily, we are not in faith. And I want to get back to a place of faith. I have so much faith, not in the religious type, but in the spiritual type. I would define myself as a very spiritual person. I reference God, angels, and the universe all the time in my everyday life, in my journal, in my head, to myself. I mean, God, angels, and the universe are mm, my three best friends. And I'm so grateful for co-creation. Co-creation is a super powerful ability that all humans have to work together with divine and create beautiful lives for us that are exactly what we dream and desire. I am a messenger. I am living in this time period, in this soul, in this bodysuit, because I am a messenger and I am meant to help really save our earth. It's going to start within our country because it has to. But the relationships that will be built with other countries, the alliances that will be created, the ultimate goal is one earth, one love. It all stems from a place of love. And the how is not my responsibility. And so I have no doubt that this will happen because I know that this is meant to, that it's so much bigger than me. It's so much greater than me. And that I do have faith in humanity when people don't. Having a conversation this past week with one of the other volunteers at Adams Camp, it was the coolest conversation about me running for president, and it spanned across 3 different days. Because it had to. Processing that the person in front of you is going to be running for president in 2032, who has no political background, has no intention of going into politics before then, and is just doing it on hope, faith, and pixie dust. That's not true. I have a lot of really good ideas, but I just have faith in humanity that a lot of people don't. And that is something that I have heard from multiple people, not just this person from last week. And that's one of the reasons why it's me, is that I can help people see that glimmer of hope in humanity, because there's so much hope in humanity. I have a firm belief that we as humans are the ones that created all the problems. We as humans can also solve all the problems. Everything is figure outable. And when we believe that all people want to be good, and we give people a chance and we teach them how, people will choose good. Good outweighs the bad. The good always outweighs the bad. But right now in this world, there is so much bad that it's truthfully, honestly, creating more. It all starts from the head and it has to work its way down. It's the ripple effect. It's just so important. The work that we are doing now is so important. Something Brandon told me today, because I gave him the whole rundown, start to finish, not all of the details in between, but kind of the outline of what I see for myself today. And in this presidential campaign and me winning the presidency in 2032 will look like. And what he told me was, don't tell your dreams and desires to small-minded people. And I was thinking about that a bit, because I have to tell this to everybody. And small-minded people don't scare me. Small-minded people just, they haven't had the opportunity to have their brain shown differently. And part of that is my responsibility to help. I don't believe anybody is small-minded. I believe people are skeptical because they don't trust. But I believe people also want change and want to see a difference in this world. And all people can latch on to hope. We all do. We're coming out of a time in history that we're still living in, the pandemic of COVID, and where hope was what ran a lot of people for a long time. It was a really hard time to be alive. It was a really hard time to be alive. And not everybody in this world made it past that point in history. Some people are statistics, and death from COVID is extremely heartbreaking. And I still don't think our world has fully processed that, because life just picked right back up. It was like, yep, we got to keep going. Nobody stopped. It was an opportunity to pause, and we didn't take it. I hope to create more pause in people's lives. I hope to give people their time back. I hope to give people time to pause. When we're so busy, we don't pause, and our brains and ourselves need it. We need it to learn to listen to ourselves. If we don't give our brain any time to talk, then our brain is just, it still has all those thoughts. It just now comes out in different ways. It has to be louder to get your attention. So like my brain recently has been latching on to doubt. One of the questions that I asked inside of the live call today was about our roots. My roots are three big ones: are I'm not loved, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. And I asked the question today of, are our roots ever fully uprooted, or are we, I don't remember what the or part was. That's okay. But essentially the answer was yes, your roots can become uprooted. But what happens is that moments come into our lives that make us think that those roots are still there. And it's triggering a thought that makes us think those roots are still there. But we have to anchor ourselves in faith, and we have to anchor ourselves in the knowledge that we are enough, that we are worthy, and that we are loved. And anchoring ourselves in that fact helps us move through when weeds grow in our garden. If you leave the weeds alone, the weeds will grow. But if you just go into the garden and you pluck it out daily, the weeds stand no chance. And that is my biggest hurdle that I am very well aware of and struggle to there's a fucking fly in here. What the hell? How did a fly get in this closet? Leave, little fly. Go that way. Go that way. Go that way. Fuck. It's so loud. Go out the door. Go out the door. And that way. Oh, fuck. Let's use this hanger. Go that way. 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 You're close. Go. 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 I think I actually whacked the shit out of it. I don't hear the buzzing anymore. Okay, that was hilarious. I'm really sorry. I know I was having a really awesome thought and the fly distracted me. And oh, I actually do remember. One of my biggest hurdles that I'm still working on overcoming is how to have a daily practice. I feel like once I actually create a daily practice for myself, a routine, then I will start taking even bigger leaps and strides. I just actually have to commit. And what the fuck am I waiting for? Do you know how hard it has been for me to start meditating? I have been told for months that such a big answer for me is meditation, and I've just been not listening to it. Okay, no, that's a lie. I listen to it. I just don't take action on it. I'm like, yeah, okay, I hear you. I hear you, nudge. I hear you telling me that I'm supposed to meditate. Haha, fuck you. Oh, motherfucker. I also had such a good routine with journaling in the morning while I was at camp, and it was really nice. And I want that. I want that so badly. I want to be able to just walk out of where I sleep and into a beautiful place and to journal outside. That sounds lovely. Y'all, it's a learning process. Changing your brain, changing the way you think, learning about who you are, who you be, the authenticity that you bring to this world, your uniqueness that is so beautiful inside of you, discovering all of those pieces of yourself. It's work. Work hard, play hard. It's just work. And it is the best work that any human can do for themselves, because it brings you the opportunities for more growth, happiness, joy, abundance, and love into your life. And I'm sorry, if you don't want those things, please give me a call and I would love to pick your brain as to find out why. That would interest the hell out of me. I am home alone this week. Nick is at a work conference learning about Splunk in Vegas. He's staying at the Venetian and his room is fucking massive, and it has a separate bathtub from the shower, and he took a bath last night. He's a king. I love him so much. He FaceTimed me and said, I'm taking a bath. I'm like, you're so awesome. And then it made me reminisce on the time that we went and stayed in a hotel room where there was one of those jacuzzi bathtubs in on a platform in the bedroom. It was so awesome. We definitely brought bubble bath. That was really fun. So it's just me this week. And it's the first time in our marriage that Nick has left without me. And because normally I'm the one that has places to go. So it's definitely different. It is nice just being here. I did a little bit of packing. I've done just what feels good to me, and I enjoy that. I also love and adore it when Nick is here. I miss him a lot, but having some space for me has been nice, especially coming off of a week where I had no space for me. Having just this apartment to myself is really nice, because in this apartment, anywhere you are practically with the other person, even if you're not. So it's nice. It's very nice. I'm just really grateful for today. I'm grateful for what I learned today. I'm grateful for the conversations that I had. I'm grateful for the relationships that I am continuing to build, and that I get to be present for myself and also present for the company that I work for, and provide resources for clients and make their experience better because I am present in that. And that makes me happy. I am creating an environment inside of the groups that is beautiful and is encouraging and encourages growth and encourages encouragement. And it's really, really beautiful. I'm super grateful. I love it. It's something that I love, and the more that I do it, the more that I love it. And I know that Brandon is wanting to give me more, because he continues to give me more. And as I settle into it more and more and learn what's going to feel good to me, it is going to be apparent how much time I really need. And that is going to be very nice. It's all just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm super grateful. Super grateful. I truly don't know if I have anything else to say tonight. It just feels good to sit in this space. I set a boundary with myself for this podcast where I will record something and then it won't actually post for a few weeks. For me, that gives me the space to work on the things that I am talking about in this space before they're known by other people. I think a huge beauty of this podcast is being able to sit in my inner dialogue with me. The hopes is that this will continue for the next 8 years and then also the next 8 years after that, and for people to come and hang out with me in this inner dialogue space to get to know me, to hear what's going on, the ideas, the thoughts, and just being able to understand where I came from, where I'm going, and where I'm at. And it's a really, really beautiful, beautiful opportunity that I'm creating for myself by having a podcast. Podcasting is really awesome. And I really love it as a hobby. I am proud of myself for giving it space when I was feeling overwhelmed around it and allowing myself to find the joy and the love in the hobby for which I began to like it in to begin with. This was something that I felt was necessary for me once in my once I came to terms with it in my brain, but enjoying it also has been a really awesome perk and has created it into a hobby. And I hope that all of the things that I do in life feel more like a hobby than work. And so far, the pieces of quote unquote work that I do in my life now really does feel like a hobby, or it is feeling like it is growing me as a person and an individual, a partner, a human on this earth, and allowing me to find more and more of what makes me me. And there's so much beauty in all of that and all of the time in my life where I, every day, I learn more and more about myself. I had a friend call me today and say, Elsa, are you running for president in 2032? And I said, yes. And then she got to ask some questions, and I think it's hard to process in that moment. And something I said to her was, I've been processing this for multiple years. You've just begun. As questions come up, ask. If you want to sit and have a conversation about truly what I am thinking and how I see it going down, let's talk. I would love to have that conversation with you. I'd love to answer your questions. Your questions are important because they help make me think through things in a different way. And it also helps answer questions for other people, people that don't know that they have the same questions, or that might have the same questions that and as you and are wondering. I think it's super important. It would be really cool to have some of those conversations in this inner dialogue space. If you are interested in being on this podcast, I would love to hear from you. I feel more ready today than I have ever to bring more people into this space. And it is a beautiful thing to be able to have open and honest inner dialogue conversations. And I would love to invite you into this space. If you are interested in that, please send me a message on Instagram at the Alyssa Deloach, and I would love to set that up and make it happen. What a beautiful space we are creating. This is a safe space. This is a space to be you, to be authentic, to be vulnerable, to ask questions, and to just know we're not striving for perfection. We're striving for growth. And every day I am striving for growth. And recently I have been leaning into that doubt because of that feeling of need of perfection. And this was a good reminder to me tonight that we are striving for growth, not perfection. I have so much love for all of you in this inner dialogue space, and I'm so grateful for you for sharing it with me and for hearing me and for keeping it groovy. Love loudly, take up space. Be yourself. The world needs you. I love you. Bye.